So the National Assembly has today been debating the failed extradition attempt of the Gupta brothers from the United Arab Emirates. Rajesh and Atul are wanted locally for their alleged links to state capture crimes. The Good Party's Brett Herron took the debate to Parliament. Joins us now from Cape Town, I believe. Brett, always good to have you on the programme. So what is your feeling about the issue post today's debate?
Hi, Tembekile. I think I left the debate feeling disappointed that our national government, and in particular the Minister of Justice, didn't use the opportunity that the debate presented him with to explain to South Africa, first of all, why the extradition failed, to address the contradictions between South Africa's version and the UAE's version, but more importantly, to explain to us how state capture is going to be prosecuted in South Africa, given that we haven't actually seen one prosecution yet. And that the Gupta brothers are really symbolic or emblematic of state capture, and their prosecution is closely linked to our confidence in the system and in the assurances that we've been given over the last few years that those who looted the coffers of the state will be prosecuted. So the minister didn't take the opportunity to fully explain how this was going to happen and to provide a progress plan for the prosecution of the Guptas and of others.
And the government's position on this remains that the South African government did everything to the best of its knowledge, basically, to try and get the two Gupta brothers extradited. They blame a communication issue on the part of the Emiratis for why things panned out in the way in which they did. Do you believe that the South African government were basically victims or done wrong by the UAE?
Well, I understand that extradition applications are very, very difficult. There's one that is pending before the United Kingdom's Home Secretary for a man named Michael Lomas, who's connected to Eskom fraud and corruption. There the United Kingdom's Home Secretary wants to be convinced about the prison conditions in South Africa before a decision is made. So these are difficult applications. But the Gupta brothers, as I said, are really the poster boys for state capture in South Africa. And it was really important for our government to get it right. And if the UAE is correct when they said that the application was denied because our paperwork was not in order, because we filed a cancelled warrant of arrest, then that is a shocking level of carelessness on our part. So the minister didn't address the contradictions between what he calls a technicality and what the UAE calls a failure to meet the standards that are in the agreement between the two countries. But the facts speak for themselves. The application was denied.
And then when you say in that regard that what is needed now is accountability, what should accountability actually look like if indeed this country made such a rookie mistake in the process, which ultimately has cost the NPA the ability to prosecute these men for very serious crimes of corruption, which basically they're accused of stealing from the country?
Well, I think the accountability, as I said in the debate today, is that if we messed up, if the South African authorities messed up legally, then heads should roll, because the country invested financially and emotionally in the outcome of the Zondo Commission. We spent 1 billion rand and 4 or 5 years unraveling the state capture and its web. And throughout that Zondo report, the Guptas feature prominently and really are the poster boys for state capture. If the South African authorities or the persons in the National Prosecuting Authority are responsible for this careless error that led to the application being denied by the UAE court, then I think there needs to be some accountability in the terms of heads should roll. People should lose their jobs because South Africans have invested a lot, both in goodwill and financially, in an outcome from this extradition process and the Zondo Commission.
Brett Herron, MP and member of the Good Party, thank you so much for speaking to us tonight.